Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Kristen. Welcome. Today we are doing another monthly palette review, so if you guys want to see what palettes I used for the month of April and hear my thoughts on everything, then keep watching. If you're new to my channel and never saw one of my monthly palette review videos, welcome. Basically what I am doing this year is I wrote all of my palettes in an Excel spreadsheet, and then I go on like a random number generator and I pick a palette randomly every single week, and I'm just doing this to kind of clean out my collection because I have way too many eyeshadow palettes because I'm addicted to eyeshadow palettes. So let's get into all the palettes I used for April. First palette I used for the month of April is the Gentle Teaser palette from Cara Duo. I got this palette from TJ Maxx, and I saw on my Instagram that the week that I used this, I used it like a year ago, that same week, which was kind of scary, but I absolutely love this palette. I love the pops of pinks and the neutrals. It's just an amazing palette, and I've said this before in my monthly palette reviews, but if I can make a bronzy smoky eye with a palette, that to me is considered a perfect eyeshadow palette, just because I love a good bronzy smoky eye. But I actually just love all the shades in this, especially the pinks. I'm typically not a pinky eyeshadow kind of girl because I feel like it makes me look sickly, but these are just really pretty baby pinks. I actually used them for my birthday. I used the shade right here, which is Shortcake. It's a really pretty baby pink color with the shade Subtle. Just so pretty and springy. I love this palette. If you ever see anything from this brand at TJ Maxx, you have to pick it up. The second palette that I used is the It's All Good palette from ColourPop. Now I know what you're thinking. How on earth did you get another warm pinky toned palette? I don't know, but just wait until you see the third palette, because you're gonna think I cheated the system. I swear to you, I've just been doing random number generators and it's just been picking warm toned palettes. But this was a palette from ColourPop that every time I would look at their palettes when I was online just browsing about to make a purchase, I always thought about picking it up and just never did. And then one day they had a sale on their bigger palettes, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up today. And I don't regret it. I've seen people say that this reminds them of the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and I can totally see why, because of the pinks and the purples. The purples honestly sold me. I love purple eyeshadows on brown eyes. I just think it looks so pretty. But this palette's just really fun to work with, and it's ColourPop. You can never go wrong with a ColourPop eyeshadow palette. Third palette I used is the Zion palette from Hipdot. I know, it looks just like the last palette. A little scary. But again, I like this palette. I've used it one or two times before this, and using it this time I realized that I really do like it. I feel like the shades are really pretty. They're really easy to work with, and I do again love a good purple shadow, except I don't remember if I used any of the purples. I might have not used any purples when I used this the other day, but I really love this palette because you can do a lot of neutral looks with it. And then the last palette that I used is the Conspiracy palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I don't want to hear anyone's comments about this palette. I like this palette. You're gonna be surprised that I have it on my eyes right now, but I do. And I did the most absolute boring looks with this palette. I used Tanacon and Diet Root Beer like crazy. I love Just the Theory. It's just this really pretty neutral shimmer shade. My Rides here is the perfect black shade. Sleep Paralysis looks really deep and scary, but it's actually really beautiful on the eye. This and Diet Root Beer, they're an amazing combo. I did Sleep Paralysis and Diet Root Beer, and Just a Theory and Diet Root Beer. Stunning. Just the shimmers all over the lid, and then just blended out with Diet Root Beer. Gorgeous shade. I didn't do anything crazy with these shades. Like, I love this neon shade food videos. I just, how do I word this? I feel like there's some judgmental people out there, and I just didn't want to do that for work. But I really do like this palette. The one thing is I'm just not the biggest fan of the packaging because it's so bulky. So for the month of April, I feel like I had some really good palettes and I don't have any complaints about any of them. Like I said, you definitely have to check out the Cara Duo palette. They're amazing at TJ Maxx and they're only like, I want to say 15 and under, which is amazing. And they have some dupes on their website also. So go check out Cara Duo. As always, all of the palettes will be linked down below except the Conspiracy palette because that is no longer available, but the other three will be in the description box. Let me know which palette was your favorite that I used this month, and let me know if you've been using any new and fun palettes that I could maybe add to my collection if I don't have it already, because I feel like I have every single palette ever. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that red button down below to subscribe to my channel for more videos. Follow me on all my social media, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.